Hello and welcome to my sim racing corner, and this is the review for the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup Leather Edition Podium wheel rim from Fanatec. It's also available in a suede finish, and Fanatec also stock a leather non-Porsche branded edition of this same design, simply named the Podium wheel rim R300. All versions of this wheel rim share in common the same price points of €149 or $149. This rim is a licensed one-to-one replica of the 320mm Porsche GT Cup wheel rim, so this is something that may interest you and a whole lot cheaper than buying the real Porsche wheel, which will set you back over €400. As the wheel is part of the Fanatec Podium series, means it's within a selection of several accessories listed under the Podium moniker, but as it is a standard 70mm bolt pattern wheel, therefore it's not necessary to use this with any Fanatec hardware. You can combine this with a suitable third-party wheel plate, like I have here, and running this on my Bodnar direct drive setup. For a 320mm wheel rim, it feels surprisingly light at only 825 grams. It's not a bulky design or featuring any complexity in its ergonomics. When I compare this to my other wheel rims, it does feel slightly skinny in my hands, but we can't blame Fanatec for that. It's a scale replica. So this is intended as a simple, clean, lightweight design. Unlike its authentic counterpart, the Fanatec edition has stitched leather rather than glued. And this is a negative point, as the stitching is right in the thumb grip and makes a very rough spot. Without gloves, it is quite uncomfortable and a point of friction. And even with gloves, which is better, it will remain abrasive and basically reduce the life of your gloves. So yeah, if they had glued that small section, I would have been a lot happier, and then stitched elsewhere. That would have been fine. It would have saved the money maybe, or whatever it is, it just would have been a better way of doing it. It was a big enough issue for me that I had to come up with a solution for myself, and ended up using some tennis racket grip wrap to cover that stitched section. And that's how I've been using this wheel since. Besides that, the overall finish of the wheel is fine, the leather looks good and wrapped well, but there is something about it that doesn't scream €150 of quality to me. Alongside my other rims, which aren't really that much more expensive than this one, it does seem a bit cheaply made compared to those. When we get up close to the Fanatec wheel and handle it, it's just not on the same level of quality materials and attention to detail. This is by no means a bad product, it's a perfectly good, solid feeling wheel rim, but I would consider €100, $100, a fairer price for the Fanatec rim. If we look past that, what do I think of the wheel in use? Well, it's pretty neat having the same wheel attached to the sim rig that mirrors the one I'm driving on screen. For a 320mm wheel, I found it to be just as agile and quick turning as any of my 300mm rims, which is normally my preference. I think maybe because it's lightweight helps in this regard, and also good for the force feedback. The motor is putting out less effort to rotate the mass of the wheel. But I will tell you with certainty, the Fanatec Porsche rim is not my favourite GT style wheel in my collection. It's my least favourite, if I am perfectly honest. But I don't hate it, I just have other wheel rims which are better. I dare say, even if I had the actual authentic Porsche wheel rim in my hands right now and I was testing it, I would have the same next opinion. And that is, in my hands, it feels a bit skinny and lacking the curved ergonomic comfort compared to my other wheel rims, which just feel nicer to me. If it was €50 cheaper, I would be kinder, I'd imagine, but it is a factor. Price to performance is important. If you are shopping for a GT style rim and you are open to other suggestions, I would put forward the Sparco P310, the OMP Super Quadro, and even the Turn Racing R20 as much better alternatives. And this is just speaking from personal experience, as I own all of these and they are all better wheel rims and not too far off the same price as the Fanatec offering. And if you are smart, you can find a good used bargain for Sparco and OMP rims on eBay, so that's just a free tip for you. Well then, that was my review for the Fanatec Porsche 911 GT3 Cup Leather Edition. I hope you found something useful in my review here today, and if you do own this wheel rim and love it more than I do, feel free to disagree and drop your comments below the video. It's all about sharing opinions and experiences amongst the sim racing community. Okay, so we've come to the end of this one. Thank you very much for watching and subscribing. I will be back soon with something new. So until then, happy simming and bye bye.